we go. God, you got me talking.
Never stop recording during banter, you motherfucker.
My mouth is dry because all the drugs I'm on.
Oh, yeah?
Seriously, yeah.
Anything good?
No, just
Heroin?
over-the-counter stuff. Nothing good. Welcome to the Nerdmasters, and this is going to be, we think, another challenge video. It came from the Thriftdwellers, Nate and Lester, but we're not really clear exactly what they want us to do. They say it's a challenge. Well, you know what? We'll let you decide for yourself.
But there's no challenge!
We'll let you decide for yourself. Check out the video.
What up, YouTube? Nate here. Lester. We are Thriftdweller, YouTube's resident thrift store enthusiasts for retro video games and music. We have come here today to challenge the nerds with one question.
Aren't they the Nerdmasters?
Nerdmasters?
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds. I used to eat nerds for breakfast. Okay, we came here to challenge the Nerdmasters. One question.
And that question is, which arcade port was horrible on Nintendo, but better in the arcade?
Let's see if you earn the title of Nerdmasters.
If not, then you're just nerds.
All right, thank you very much, Nate and Lester. We're pretty much going to just go whatever direction we think we can go here. What we think that you're asking us is an arcade game that was ported to the NES poorly, and that's just how we're going to do it. Mike, did you want to go first? Show us what you got.
Sure, I'll go first. And my pick is the venerable Shinobi for the NES.
Nice.
Now, as you can see in the picture above there, even the title screen is absolute dog shit. I mean, I don't know what to say about this game. Now, I grew up playing the Sega Master System version, and it's a pretty good port from the arcade. But this game, seriously, one of the I don't know, worst ports I think I've seen in a long time. The animation, the music, the colors, everything is off about the game. Everything is just not right. And from a big Shinobi fan, I could tell you that it's disgusting. Actually, it disgusts me.
It's really bad, yeah. And the first level doesn't really show it.
Have you guys ever played this?
Yeah, the first level actually looks not terrible. It's when you get to the later levels in the game that it looks awful.
The music, the tone, everything about it though is just off. Like it's almost like they just tried to emulate and didn't create the game.
How did Tengen get the rights to the Sega game though? Like
that's a question that we're gonna have to address probably in a future video. I have no idea why Sega gave out their rights to some of their classic games, man. I mean, Fantasy Zone was on the TurboGrafx. Remember that? But,
great version too.
That didn't suck like this, right?
Look at this. Oh. Dude, it's bad. It's fucking bad. There's not much more to say about it. It's a bad game. Just the animation in general, the music, everything about it. Just please stop this video before we all yak on ourselves.
Well,
all right, Ryan, what do you got? What's your candidate for the...
oh shit, I don't want to go last, but I'll go. We're recording. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. Ready? Alright, so when I heard this question, I was like, well, I interpreted it as what NES arcade port is better in the arcade than on the NES. And the answer to that question is all of them.
Yeah, pretty
because
much.
The arcade was better than the consoles back in the day. I mean, so I cheated because I'm a douchebag, and I went on Google. Yep, I'm a douche. And I typed in worst NES arcade port, and the game that popped up was Athena. My microphone on?
You're
okay.
good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
This game sucks! According to the internet, this is the worst arcade NES port of all time, and I do happen to own it. fucking here. I do have this game. I'm sick of recording this goddamn fucking video, and this game sucks. Just look at it. It's our 5th fucking take. Keep
it's like
this
the
in
7th,
the goddamn
man.
video. Let's
This is
get
the
the
7th
swimming
take.
level. There. Look, yeah. Athena sucks.
It's a mess. It's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
It sounds
I
terrible.
cheated, I'm a douchebag, but I do own this game. Basically, I bought this game. Is the price tag still on it? I paid less than $5, like $2, $3 for this fucking thing.
You got robbed.
I tested it. I tested it once just to play it. And the second time I ever put this fucking game in my console was for this goddamn fucking question.
Listen to this music. Wow.
Actually, this is some of the better music. That's awful. It's just bad. Alright, I gotta stop
I
this.
cheated.
This is awful.
I never played the art.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
fuck
so much
this.
better. I couldn't take it anymore, I'm
Mike's
sorry.
Yeah, I
turn.
think
Or Ed's turn. It's Ed's turn.
I think that tops
I'm done.
Shinobi.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Shinobi sucks, but that's
Wow.
awful. I can't even stand to listen. Well, Shinobi's music sucks too. Alright, the one positive thing about mine here is that the music is not bad. And as usual, I interpreted this question differently from everybody else. Because I really didn't understand what they were asking. I just went with this game here,
Yep.
Rygar. And my take on this question was that... Can you not hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, well, why are you shaking your goddamn head? That's what we did to Ryan when we
Because I
couldn't
can't
hear him.
believe you picked Rygar.
Well-
Rygar's awesome.
Fuck you. All right, Rygar. No, Rygar in the
even play
arcade
it.
game. Rygar in the arcade game is just this. It's a side-scrolling platform type game, and it's fantastic. And what you would think is it would be the perfect game to translate to the NES because it's very simple, it's not, graphic intensive, and this part of the game is really fun. In my opinion, where it falls apart, and I don't know where it's at in the gameplay, is when it goes overworld, because it just gets overly complicated. And I think what they did with it is Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, is that what it is? I always get my Zeldas mixed up. That's the second one, right? Zelda 2? Where they had...
Zelda 2 is...
What is that?
Zelda 2 is
No.
Link.
Legend
That's
of...
Link's Adventure.
Link's Adventure,
Link's
that's what it is.
Adventure.
The second one, that came out like 3 or 4 months before this in Japan, and I think what they did is they said, let's take this and modify a little bit and make it more like that, because Zelda was a great big hit. And you can kind of tell, because this part of the game is great, but when
Zelda
they moved...
2 sucks.
Yeah, well, I don't like it
agree.
either, but they didn't know that at the time. But when you get to the overhead world, that's where it really falls apart. It just doesn't work. It seems like it was an unfinished game. Like if they'd have kept it for a few more months, it would have been better. And that's why I think that this is the worst port from arcade to the NES, because it's not like the arcade game. So that's what I'm going to go with. Rygar, even though I like the music.
The
So you
music
did
by
it because it's
itself.
not like the arcade game?
Hey,
I mean,
I took it as worst arcade
Well,
port. That is the worst arcade
I
port on
know.
the NES.
Oof.
well, the thing about Arthena though is like they tried to do like all the levels are like similar. Like they tried to do it like exactly the same, but just the graphics and the music just got beat down so low to where it just
Well,
terrible.
if you were going to force me to make a decision here between the 3 games that we picked, I hate Shinobi on the NES the most of these 3 games,
well, it's
but
because of Sega.
as
of
far
course.
as what I'm going to play, I am least likely to play Athena. Because I've played Rygar
Yeah.
multiple times, I've played Shinobi multiple times. I played Athena once when I first picked the game up because I didn't know what it was like, and after that, I never touched it again until you forced me to watch it here today. So, Athena is my pick.
I might burn my copy.
I'll send you my copy. You can burn them together.
Just have a big
Well,
burning
you know what?
ceremony.
I think the majority of the internet agrees with us because since I cheated, I mean that's what the internet said was this is the worst.
Dude.
We should have all
And I
cheated.
have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go,
Yeah, I know.
Thriftdwellers.
Well, I'm a fucking cheater.
Nate Lester, Ryan might be a cheater, but
Game
I
genius.
do believe he has figured out which is the worst NES port from the arcade. So there you go.
Please
Thank
leave your opinions below.
yeah,
Yes.
let us know what you guys think.
If you have something if you can find something worse than Athena, please let us know.
Now,
please.
5 minutes ago, you didn't even want to talk, and now we can't get you to stop. there's the wrap up. Thanks for watching.